Quick story having to do with Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal. It was the late afternoon in the spring, and Rav Moshe Feinstein sighed. Then he sighed again, and even louder. His driver didn't know what to make of it. "What's wrong, Rebbe?" he asked. Rav Moshe explained, Chazal in the Gemara and Rosh Hashanah say that in the month of Nisan, our forefathers were redeemed from Egypt, and in Nisan, we will be redeemed in the future. Today is the last day of Nisan. The day will soon expire, and Moshiach hasn't come yet. Every year, I have a special hope that the Geula will arrive in Nisan, and it appears that once again this year, it will not be. This is why I sigh. Of course, Moshiach can arrive on any day, as we say in Ani Mamin, Achake lo b'chol yom sheyavo. I will wait his arrival each day and every day. But during the month of Nisan, he can come more easily. The rest of the year, we have to work harder to earn Mashiach's appearance. The reason why Mashiach can come more easily is because Nisan comes from the root of Nes, which means a miracle. It is the time when we experience the miracles of Yetziat Mitzrayim, of the Exodus from Egypt, and we hope that we'll experience the many miracles of Geula again. This is one of the reasons behind the Haftorah for Shabbos HaGadol, the Shabbos before Pesach. The Haftorah is taken from the very last chapter of Nevi'im. Treyasar contains the prophecies of 12 prophets, all of whom lived in the period of the time spanning from the last years of the first Beit HaMikdash, the temple, until the time just prior to the building of the second Beit HaMikdash. The last prophet in Treyasar, Malachi, and his last message, which in the final message of all the Nevi'im in Tanakh, is that we should return to Hashem, that we yearn and hope for Eliyahu HaNavi, Elijah's arrival, heralding in the era of Mashiach. Here are the very last psukim, famous for being sung by the musical group Devekis. In fact, I'm fairly confident you will be singing the tune in your head as you read the words. Hinei anochi sholeach lachem es Eliyahu HaNavi, Lifnei bo hayom Hashem hagodol v'hanoira, v'heishiv lev avos al bonim, v'lei bonim al avosom. The next few words are not part of the famous song. Pen avo v'kesi es haaretz cherem. I will send you Eliyahu, the prophet, before the coming of the great and awesome day of Hashem, and he will turn the heart of the fathers back through the children, and the heart of the children back through their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with utter destruction. This is from Malachi 3. One of the reasons the Shabbos before Pesach is called Shabbos HaGadol, the Great Shabbos, is because the word HaGadol is used in these psukim as a reference to the great day of Mashiach's arrival. We wish to highlight the great miracles we experienced at the redemption from Egypt and acknowledge that we wait to experience the ultimate redemption. We had an original Shabbos HaGadol, and we will have a Yom HaGadol. This was the last message of the Navi. It is a message to use to always have hope, because Mashiach will be coming. The pasuk just before these psukim mentions a famous phrase, Zichru Toras Moshe Avdi. Remember the Torah, all of the full teachings of Moshe, my servant. A friend of mine once commented that this is an extremely vital message for Klal Yisrael. The message the Navi was giving over as we began a long exile and era without the gift of Nevuah is that we should never forget the truth that is Torah. During the long exile, the Navi tells us, you will be challenged to surrender your beliefs. Christianity will rise with their so-called holy books, as will Islam and other so-called new religions. Always remember the one and only truth of Torah given to us by Hashem through Moshe. Don't fall victim to what other nations claim as truth. Their religions have their foundations in ours, and we must never abandon what we know to be true. Zichru Taras Moshe Avdi. Some have a custom to recite this phrase 3 times immediately after Havdalah on Motzei Shabbos. It is said that reciting it then can help you remember the Torah you have studied. Perhaps a deeper understanding of this is the following. Leaving Shabbos and entering the week without proper preparation is dangerous to our spirituality. Rav Tzadok HaKohen explains that immediately after Havdalah, we are returning to the mundane week, and we are scared that we might falter in our spiritual challenges. We face the ordinary and the routine, and we are afraid of the challenges the Yetzer Hara throws at us without the ever-present Kedusha of Shabbos as a background. This is why we say the Hinei Kel Yeshua Si Psukim before Havdalah, as they refer to the salvation we require. It is also the reason why we add a request to Ata Chonantanu, Avinu Malkeinu, Heichel Aleinu Hayomim Haboim Likrosenu L'Shalom, Chasuchim Mikol Chet, Uminukim Mikol Avon. By the way, I'm reading this exactly as the night is falling here in Eretz Israel, in the land of Israel, on the last day of Nisan, and I too sigh, just like Rav Moshe before me. We have unfortunately not merited to be redeemed this Nisan, but he still can come, Moshiach, any day, and we are the ones that are going to bring him. And it might be harder, but it will happen. And we have to do it. Don't wait for Moshiach. Moshiach is waiting for you. This is based on a teachings that I read from Rabbi Leff in Baltimore. Thank you for listening.